I'm a farmer.
Hi, farmer.
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw! My son Riker was born with Sturge-Weber Syndrome, which basically means he has cells in various parts of his body that are not supposed to be there. He has cells in his eyes that make it so he has a difficult time seeing, and he has cells in his brain that are not supposed to be there, and it makes it difficult for his brain to communicate one side to the other. Riker has a very difficult time understanding things that require multiple steps, or something causing another thing. That idea in itself kind of requires you to hold two things in tension, the thing that causes the other thing. Because that's difficult for Riker, he often has a difficult time understanding that something he does could make someone else upset, which means that Riker often has a difficult time understanding that someone else wouldn't like something.
Did you pour chalk on some child's head?
Yes,
Who? Who did you pour chalk on the head of?
Dylan.
Dylan. What did Dylan do?
She tried to say ouch.
He has a difficult time connecting that maybe he wouldn't like a thing, and so therefore that person wouldn't like a thing. This results in Riker going to school and crashing into teachers or other children or being disruptive in class. So if we're at school, do we knock over other children?
No,
Why not?
because that was bad.
It's been very difficult trying to get him to learn compassion and learn to be sweet to other people. But one of the things that's been very helpful for us in trying to teach Riker compassion has been our dogs. Who's such a sweet boy? This is Barkley. Barkley was named by Riker. Last year we got 2 dogs, Barkley and his sister Chloe.
There you go. What a good girl.
We had a cat since before Riker was born, so Riker kind of understood cat.
Come on, kitty, say meow. Come on. You can do it. You need to say meow right now. Otherwise, we won't go to the trampoline if you don't say meow.
Right away, I could tell he didn't really know what to do with dogs, and they were puppies at the time, so they were rambunctious and really hyper. The dogs were constantly trying to lick everybody. If Riker ever did interact with one of the dogs, it was generally to hit one of them or to push one of them away. So about a month after we had the dogs, I finally decided, okay, I need to take some time and introduce Riker to the dogs and have him get to know them. So basically I just locked myself and Riker away with the dogs to give him periods of time where he had to interact with them and he had to allow them to interact with him.
Here, remember, we want to be gentle because they are trying to eat. Good, gentle touch.
I don't want him to eat me.
He's not going to eat you. He won't eat you. He's your friend.
I don't want him to eat me because I'm not food.
At first, he was very wary of them. He was concerned about their claws. He was concerned about them trying to lick him. He didn't know what to do with them.
This rope is too much for a doggy to handle. Oh, that doggy got the rope.
We need to say right when I say
Oh,
woof,
woof, woof,
woof,
woof,
woof.
Oh, woof, 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 woof.
So for several weeks, I continued to lock Riker and myself into a small space with the dogs where he had to interact with the dogs. And slowly, he got used to petting them. And then he got used to allowing them to lick him. He started becoming more interested in trying to play with them.
See? They want it.
They're going to try and get it and bring it back to you. It's called fetch. You say, go play fetch.
Can I fetch one when I...
Right over here. Throw it right over
The
here.
doggies don't want to
Throw
lick me.
it. They're going to lick you. It's okay. Gentle. It's okay.
What?
So that he wasn't interacting with them in a hostile way. He wasn't like trying to hit them or push them away. Once we got to a place where Riker was used to them and wasn't like scared or running away from them, then we could sit down on the couch and the dogs, since they got familiar with me, the dogs would jump up on the couch and
I don't
He's
him
gonna
to
lick you, and
lick
it's not hurting you.
Daddy, he got
gonna-
my parts wet.
then I started trying to teach the dogs to play with Riker.
This left you.
Chloe hasn't really ever warmed up in that regard. Like Chloe's pretty wary of Riker still.
Yes, I
Can
saw
Barkley
it.
fetch it when can Barkley fetch this bone when I throw it?
You can.
Chloe, fetch it.
But Barkley, he loves wrestling. He loves trying to knock Riker over and trying to catch him. Barkley loves to grab his clothes and try and pull him to the ground. And so he got real familiar with Riker just through the process of of kind of locking us together and you know, and keeping us in a small space. If Riker's ever crying or having a bad day, or if he's having, you know, some sort of seizure activity, Barkley's all over just with kisses and hugs and trying to be sweet. When we need to put Riker down for a nap or at bedtime, Barkley goes and runs into Riker's room and lays down in his bed with him. One of the things I've consistently tried to do is have Riker talk to the dogs.
He's scared of you. You gotta rub his tummy and tell him it's gonna be okay.
I'll go.
Come here, come rub. You say, who's got a soft belly?
Who's got a soft belly, Barkley?
Say, who's got a soft belly?
Who's got a soft belly?
Tell the dogs, you know, hey, who's a good boy, who has a soft belly.
You say, who's a good boy?
Who's a good boy?
Who's a good boy?
I'm feeding him.
I think Barkley has been very good for him in that regard, trying to teach Riker how someone else would feel and getting him to say the words, who's a good boy, who has a soft belly, and, you know, trying to pet the dog and be sweet to the dog has gotten him in the habit of trying to recognize how someone else would feel. You know, and in the case of Barkley, it's how a dog would feel. But, you know, that's a small step.
Keep rolling and roll into him and crash into him rolling, okay? Roll right into him, gentle. Keep going, keep rolling. There you go, good, gentle. Keep going. Get that boy, come on. Oh, good boy. Go get him. He's coming, he's trying to take that sock. Don't let go. Now keep rolling around.
We still struggle with Riker being considerate of other people or being considerate of how someone else would feel. But the dogs and the initial training that we've tried to do with Riker to get him to interact with the dogs in a sweet way has been very beneficial for him. Yeah, that's it. We basically just locked ourselves together in a cage or in a room, and then also tried to get Riker to say words to the dog and talk to them and interact with them. And that's been very helpful. Just those two things, really. Getting him to talk to the dogs and getting him to interact with them at first in a very forced way, but then eventually, you know, in more comfortable settings. Now to the point that, you know, the dogs are very comfortable with Riker. Chloe less so, but Barkley seems to love him.
Barkley, get him. Yeah, get him. He wants that sock. He's gonna get it.
I tried to pull it away.
So roll the other way.
If you like this video, hit the like button and, you know, perhaps subscribe to the channel. A lot of the content I make on the channel is designed for Riker, but other times it is information like this, what I've learned from interacting with Riker. So thank you very much. May God be with you. Merry Christmas, because it happens to be Christmas at the time I'm recording this. So
He wants that rope. He says that's his.
No, it's mine. Then can you get it to chase me?
No, not chase yet. First, tug of war. First, get it.
I'll
You
get
get
it
that
from
rope.
him, Daddy.
You get that rope. Get that, Barkley. You get that rope. You gotta hold the rope by the yellow. Okay, he's coming. He's coming to get that rope. No, you have to hold it by the yellow. You hold it by the yellow and he gets the knot.
Daddy.
Keep running. He's trying to get it. Keep running. He's trying to steal that thing. You say, Barkley, come get me. No, put the police car away. You keep doing other things. You go and play with police cars. Go tell him again that you're playing chase. Go tell him, we're playing chase, Barkley. Come on, who's a good boy? Come get that stick. Come on. Keep going. Good job. This thing rolls a lot better than the skateboard, too.